Welcome to SYN-ME-A-EGG YouTube channel, home of 2 Army veterans, where we allow you to see exclusive content. Our business provide fresh chicken eggs. We keep our bees treatment free. Come on and march with us as we lead our bees with a smile and arm our chickens that has delicious eggs that keep you coming for more.
The cluster is at the bottom, the honey's at the top. That red cluster is generating some heat to stay warm. That rises above their head and potentially gets hitting that cold cover and creating condensation that can fall on the bees and kill them. So at the very least, put some insulation at the top, right? But it's not very efficient for them to do that, the vertical stack. Opposite happens in the summer, right, where the opposite's getting pushed. So no matter what you do with a vertical stack like that, and any hive, I would recommend putting insulation at the top to prevent some of those issues. But still, it's counterproductive. It's not very efficient. That's costing them energy. My biggest issue, my back will tell you, I do not like lifting those boxes. They're heavy empty, and not even counting with the honey. So the deeps, the boxes, and I have some, I will show you in a minute. It's heavy lifting. Yeah, everything gets overwhelming and stressful to the bees and the beekeeper.
That's really all the bees.
So you have, when you crack open the entire roof, the temperature gets affected. Temperature control, humidity control, propolis vapor compound that keep the brood healthy. All of that goes out the window. Bees are swelling up and they're like, what are you doing? You ripped our roof open. That creates a lot of stress for them. They get defensive, they can get mad, but also it gets the beekeeper really nervous. When you put those boxes back together, you have to be careful or you're going to crush a whole bunch of bees. And let me tell you, when you crush bees, they get mad, right? And I cannot stand seeing all those little crushed bodies all around the boxes. No matter how careful you are, it's kind of hard. Yeah, you can smoke them a little bit, but you still have invariably some. The bird's nest can be split between 2 different boxes. Meaning when you're trying to do anything, now you've got to contend with that vertical complexity. If you forget to, or you're not on time to put additional boxes, and the nectar flow hits, now you've got honeycomb, burr comb everywhere, filled with honey. When you crack that lid open, you got bees, sticky bees everywhere. It's dripping, can kill your queen. It's kind of a nightmare, really. So it works for certain purposes, but it has its own set of disadvantages. Everything has pros and cons. Those are some of the ones that you never hear about, that you find out for yourself in the field, right? So that's one.
In the area where there was a volunteer position, of course, in a very rural area in Mexico. And I was working through bees, and I got a call about a fire. So well, I'm not going to this fire, I'm going to try to get somebody else to work. I'm real busy. There was a big call in this morning. Oh, I guess I have to go to this one. And so I ran, put up the bees, shook a black rudder off my thumb, and I kept trying to fling a bee. I felt the bee, and I kept going like this, and it wouldn't get off. And I thought, ooh, and I flung it real hard and went to the fire. Turns out that the state arson investigator wanted me to come with him and investigate the origin of the fire. And I did. I thought that's totally cool. Turns out that if the grass is standing up and a fire approaches it, the heat of the fire bends the grass in that direction, and then it turns it into ash. And you can follow the ash lines of the grass and tell where the fire, which direction the fire was going. You walk right to this origin of the fire. Oh, wow. They walked right up to a man welding. Said, yeah, I totally got away from me. He said, well, you should be relieved. And I said, what do you mean? I was a volunteer firefighter. This is a fire that once it gets to be big enough, we start getting paid to put it out. And volunteer firefighters have been known to start lots of fires. Beekeepers have been known to start lots of fires. If I were to do this over there, we could have big trouble real quick. Right? So just be careful when you light And if you light your smoker at night, let's say if you're moving bees, so you have to smoke them and move them at night, because you can't move bees in the day, so you have to do it at night. Then you see the whiffs of flame that come up in the smoke that you don't notice in the day. And so you could be over there and all of a sudden fires in the grass and then you're in big trouble.
I'll bring a fire extinguisher. Got one in here.
That's a good idea.
I'll play.
SYN-ME-A-EGG.
Burn someone's house down. or
It's
something.
very good fuel. The cow pies here in Texas, as soon as they dry out much slower, in New Mexico they dry out real quick. Here they dry out much slower and the fungus gets in them, it's hard as a brick. And you can literally make your house out of cow pies. I mean, that sounds terrible, but they're hard as a brick.
Oh, no, you got a lot of it.
I use that all the time.
Wood chips, cedar bark, an old black comb that's full of cocoons that isn't any good anymore. I'll chip it up because it got in there and it gets it lit nice. So, I'm gonna dump this right here. I want to lift a bar that doesn't have the comb on it like you. If I lift a bar with the comb on it, I'm kind of scraping that comb up. And it's never perfectly straight, it's always bulgy and curvy and so what I do is I tap. I'm very solid. Very hollow.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to deal with it as a nice hollow sound. And lift that first bar. I lift it a little ways, it's stuck down pretty good with propolis.
So you're going for the hollow ones first?
Yeah, because I want to lift a bar that doesn't have comb attached to it.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of smoke in there. No, somebody harvested the comb off of here. Maybe for honey. So, typical top bar is just a flat piece of wood. Same as this. When you first get started, you need a few of them with cleats on them to get them started straight. With beeswax rubbed on the cleat. But you get them build with 5 or 6 straight combs. Then you can put a flat piece in between the straight combs that they have to do. There's no pollen though. They're kind of operating on faith. But there will be pollen. They're already telling me to put them back together. Not very forcefully, but they're saying okay. Oh, it's the brood.
We're done now.
It's the brood that they're worried about, right?
Yeah,
It's like you're getting in the nursery.
the babies.
We can put up with you up to a point, but you're messing with our babies. And that's not cool. You can go to any hotel. So I might have married what you mean. My interest is how do poor people do this? How people who don't have, can't order Apistan or get things out of Japan or Amazon. And so that's why I like the tupper hive. I can let it be the tupper hive. I've done it several times.
Wow.
I can make them for almost no money.
Oh, look at that.
Bees have taken me to Azerbaijan, Peru, Brazil, Spain, Portugal, England, Ecuador, Mexico.
Do you go there to help build hives?
Yeah, to learn about tupper hives or to, like in Azerbaijan, they were using a Russian-based miticide. And I was interested in could we find a way to breed bees that are mite resistant. And USAID said, no, that's not possible. And I said, oh, it's totally possible.
What gives it that dark color again?
It's supposed to be the cocoons. So if they leave cocoons in there, the thread of the cocoon, when the larvae first spins it, it's pure white. Well, first it's almost clear, then white. Then it slowly gets tan and then reddish, and then like a mahogany color, and it starts getting brown and then eventually black.
I think it's a picture you had. It was like
For 4,000 hives, when we hear the hive